try a better diet. They start to drink more water. They go for an exercise. They start to, practice mindful things like we've been talking about. And all of this leads to getting better sleep. And when you do those 5 pillars and you combine those 5 pillars of health, your body will find that homeostasis, will be able for you to live that full life with extra energy and do all the things that you want to do on your bucket list.
Welcome to the Miracle Plant Podcast, the show that inspires, promotes, and gives you a daily dose of inspiration from the people who have used cannabis to change their lives in extraordinary ways. Here's your host, Justin Benton.
Welcome back to the Miracle Plant Podcast, where we discuss this miracle plant with so many names and how it's helping people in so many extraordinary ways. I'm your host, Justin Benton, CEO and founder of the Miracle Plant, and I wanted to tell you some incredible news that we have. Those of you that have been following our journey have known that we're having a live event, a 3-day virtual summit of some of the world's leading experts in the 5 pillars of health. Well, I got to thinking, what we're really all about for this 3-day summit is getting people to take control of their health. And so I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm writing all the things and working with copywriters and putting this all together and meeting with experts. And then it just dawned on me, why don't we call the summit Take Control of Your Health Summit? And so that's what we're doing. We are going with the flow. We're making it very specific. Because look, this thing starts January 14th, 2022, and we want people to get in right when we hit that little bit of a lull midway through January, and we've been exercising and eating better, and then all of a sudden we kind of have that little slip or slide, like those old yellow banana things out front with the water hose. Well, that's why we decided that this year we are going to ensure that you can actually follow through your New Year's resolution. So that's the exciting news. You actually now go to www.tcoyh.org. So that's takecontrolofyourhealth.org. So that's www.tcoyh.org. So go check that out. We want you to get signed up. And here's the best part. We're bringing in the world's experts from all over the place, and it's actually free. I mean, whoa. So all you have to do is sign up. We'll get your email information, and we'll send you your packet. We are going to have some VIP opportunities where you can do questions and answers, and you can have introductions to getting some free care packages and some free books in the mail and all kinds of cool things. So there will be some opportunities for those that want to go deeper and really ensure that they're implementing all this incredible information. Because look, it's one thing to learn something, it's another thing to implement something. And that is what this is all about. That's why we're renaming the summit Take Control of Your Health, tcoyh.org, so you can take control of your health. 2022 is going to be the year that it finally gets done. You finally have an accountability partner, you have a group, you have a community, you have the tools, you have the insights to push through and actually accomplish your goals. Some of the things that we're going to be talking about are mindset. Mindset is so important. It talks about morning routine, but look, here's the thing. You have to become a different person to accomplish the goals that you want. You need to have an identity shift. So the person that you are right now is not the person who you need to be to accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. We are going to go so far down the rabbit hole on identity shifts. We are talking with world leaders in NLP. We're talking about Hall of Fame speakers. We are talking about implementation of actual consistent programs that are going to get you the results that you want as fast as humanly possible, as fast as you can go, because look, we all deserve to be happy. A lot of us know those 5 pillars are things that we need to do, but we just aren't doing them. And part of it is because we don't have accountability, and part of it is because of our identity. So we need to rewire our brains to make sure that we're implementing these incredible insights that we learn on January 14th, 2022, now that we're actually here in the new year, and we're so excited about it, and it's just going to be wonderful. So please run over to www.tcoyh.org. Sign up for free. It's free. You get signed up. We'll send you some more information about how you get logged in and all that good stuff. We've got all kinds of crazy, wonderful speakers. So Dan, is the first time Dan's even hearing it too on the Miracle Planet podcast. What do you think, Dan?
Take control of your health. I love it. I love it, Justin. Good move. Switching midstream, awesome. I mean, this is what we've talked about. We've talked about it for a few weeks now, but that mid-January lull, we kick off the year right, and we're all excited, and life gets in the way, and next thing you know, there's I got to take today off, and before you know it, you're out of that routine. And what a perfect time for this, to get people that little energy, that bridge, to get it from being an idea to a habit. And that's what this is. That's why the timing of this is good. Now the name is perfect for it. And I mean, this is great timing. I want to say something, Justin. I read on your Instagram post the other day something that really just grabbed hold of me, and I thought was really appropriate. That if you can improve just 1% a day. I love that quote that you had in there. Just the goal is just to make today 1% better than yesterday. I mean, just tell everybody how far along they'll be by the end of the year.
Absolutely. Well, a friend of mine, Doug Wing, actually posted that. Him and his dad owned Little Giant Ladder. And the post was, I believe the guy's name was Tom Clark, who wrote it. And it was, if you improve 1% every day, just 1% better than you were yesterday, which is only the goal that I shoot for, you will be 37 times the person that you were when you started. So if you can just make one incremental, level up. So if you just do one more thing today than you did yesterday, or if you ran on your treadmill for 20 minutes, you ran on your treadmill for 21 minutes. But if you just do those little increments and you add it up at the end of the year, which we know you love to add up numbers at the end of the year, Dan, you will be literally 37x yourself by December 31st, 2022.
That is amazing. And you know what? This Take Control of Your Health Summit, there'll be hundreds of things that you can do to improve, to add to that 1% that each day. So that's why I think, overall, this is such a good time. It's a great message for everybody. And, we've been coming off a couple tough years. There's nothing more important than taking care of your health. And I think people are just realizing that more and more. And this is a great idea. And I'm glad we're driving forward and getting this done.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so happy that you've been a part of this, and I want you to be a part there too. I want everyone listening to go over there, and if you know somebody, a friend or a family member, they're going to help keep you accountable. So have them sign up. It's free. You just go over there, head over to www.tcoyh.org and get signed up for free. And you'll see, when you see some of these speakers, we're going to kick off one of the days with this motivational speaker. He's a best-selling author. His name of his book is called Motivate This, and it's Steve Rizzo. He was a stand-up comedian for 25 years, headlined all the big shows down there in New York. And I read some of his books, and I've been, got to know him in my, sphere of influence, if you will. And he's just got incredible insights. And I reached out to him and I said, hey, we're doing this, Take Control of Your Health Summit, and I want to have someone that really kicks off the day. And I said, you would be perfect. And he reaches back out and he's like, oh my God, this is crazy. He goes, I just did a 2-hour talk on health and wellness, because he's always being paid to speak all over the place. And he's like, there's, everything happens for a reason. So he was all geeked up about it. So again, we're going to have a VIP opportunity where you can get a signed copy of his book, Motivate This, as well. So, and he's a super funny guy. He's a stand-up comedian forever. But his motivation, his insights are going to really kick off the the Saturday event when we get going on. That's the 15th of January. So Steve Rizzo will be joining us. Another mindful person that we're going to have is the Vrains, Matt and his wife, and they are incredible, amazing people. They're called the OG Dabbler community, and the OG stands for Original Grandmas. And in this time when everyone was at home and isolated and all those kinds of things, there was definitely a mental health issue that we had, and they were able to discover that Matt's wife is such a beautiful artist and painter that they started teaching classes online, and just a real simple organic thing, because she was painting all the time, getting paid millions of dollars to paint, but then she just felt like she was just working, and she wasn't really giving back. And so they just decided to start teaching these, stay at home grandmas how to, because they said, oh, I just dabble. And so they started teaching them how to paint and took them through little classes online. And then they just developed this incredible community. So we're going to have them speak about mental health and staying active and doing things and hobbies and things that can actually keep your mind sharp and make sure that you're doing things. So I'm so excited to have them. Also on the mindfulness, we're going to have Laura Singer. Laura Singer works with the Miracle Plan and 101 Hemp. She is a certified, I don't know all the terminology, but she's been doing it forever. And she's going to do a yoga class. And her yoga class is, it's going to be online. She's done it before. And from all different levels, people are going to be able to do yoga online. And part of the VIP package, if you sign up for that, you'll actually get the recordings of her doing these yoga classes. So there's no excuses. And if you're in Ventura, California, or thereabouts, every Tuesday and Friday, she does yoga on the beach, and it's free. Sponsored by 101 Hemp, and we give out some free samples, and it's right on the beach, right next to our store in sunny Ventura, California. So she's going to bring that to you for the virtual summit as well. Another person we're going to have is Mika. She is incredible. She's going to do some of that Wim Hof breath work, that's breathing exercises to clear the mind and clear the body and the immune system. It's going to blow your mind. Make sure you've drink lots of good water and you're in somewhat decent shape, because that breath work is pretty powerful stuff. So we're going to have her do an entire session on breath work. Look, there's so much to come. What we want you to do is head over to www.tcoyh, like take control of your health.org, and sign up. We'll get more emails from us, more announcements, more people that are going to be coming. I can't tell you about everybody just yet because I got to leave a little bit of excitement. But you'll see some more of the names on the actual website there. And I'm telling you what, this is going to be the year that 2022 New Year's resolution gets done. And by the end of the year, we're going to give you an accountability group. We're going to give you the tools. We're going to give you the insights. We're going to give you the things that you won't be hearing from anywhere else on the planet. I guarantee you that. You're going to be hearing them here, and you're going to be incorporating them into your life, because we have seen so many incredible changes in people's lives just physically coming into some of our stores on the West Coast in Colorado and seeing people take a plant oil, this miracle plant oil, to help with things like pain, anxiety, sleep, or serious health issues. And when they see it works, they start to try other things. They start to try a better diet. They start to drink more water. They go for an exercise. They start to practice mindful things like we've been talking about. And all of this leads to getting better sleep. And when you do those 5 pillars and you combine those 5 pillars of health, your body will find that homeostasis. We'll be able for you to live that full life with extra energy and do all the things that you want to do on your bucket list. We're super excited to have you come and check this out. We're pouring a lot of energy and time and resources. We're bringing in the absolute best of the best. I guarantee you that. And we're just so excited to see everyone get to talk with these people and hear their stories and insights and tools and everything we possibly can to make sure that 2022 is the best year yet. And I think we all know we're kind of overdue for a great year. And we're so excited that you're tuned into the Miracle Plant podcast. We want you to go over to that website and get signed up so we can share all this information with you. Part of the VIP package, also, you're going to get all of 101 Hemp's most popular and brand new products. We're sending all of them. It's like a $400, $500 value. That's included. We're giving away signed books is included. We're giving away the recordings. We're having VIP access behind stage, question and answer. You get direct, access to these incredible speakers. I mean, this thing is going to change people's lives, and that's why we're doing it. We're gonna cap the capacity because we don't want it to be too many people. We want people to be able to raise their hands and communicate and talk and things like that. So make sure you get signed up. There is a hard cap, and once that cap is hit, it's off. It's over, and maybe we'll do it again. But this particular one that we're kicking off is going to have a hard cap. So make sure you get over there, you get signed up, and all you have to do is enter your name and email, and you're in. And we're so excited to have everybody over there, and we can't wait to hear what you think and how you take all this information and apply it into your life. So there you have it, Dan. Now you're in the loop too. What do you think?
I'm always glad to be in the loop. I appreciate, but I was like, what is this? I'm so happy though. I like the name change. I think it fits. I love the timing. We've talked about this before. You mentioned on one of our previous episodes another a former pro athlete that's going to be on one of the speakers. Is she still lined up?
Yeah, Jessica Mendoza, we're still working on her schedule. She might have to be kind of brought in on, like when you do the video or the interview and then you bring her in. Yeah. She just got signed. I guess I can't tell you, but she's just signed another huge, crazy contract. She does all these announcing things. So her schedule's a little hairy, but we're definitely going to get her involved one way or the other. She was actually hanging out with my wife last night for New Year's Eve. And she lives up in Oregon now, but she works for ESPN and she's working for some other companies, and so her schedule is really, really crazy. But we're definitely going to get her involved, and she's got a new book that we want to get introduced to this audience as well. So we're going to have more and more announcements on the speakers as they come. It's just the beginning of January now. This whole thing gets kicked off on January 14th. And so that's when you need to get signed up by January 13th at midnight. Just by heading over, to the TCOYH, takecontrolofyourhealth.org, and you will be able to get signed up for this 3-day virtual event. We have some more surprises. We're going to have some more giveaways, and we just want people to take this information that we've seen help so many people and have it incorporated into their lives. We've got all kinds of videos from people that have talked about their experiences of how taking these 5 pillars of health have transformed their lives, their families' lives. And we're even giving away a bunch of fun swag and shirts and sweatshirts and cups and just all kinds of stuff. We're just blowing it out. And the reason why is because we know these, secrets, unfortunately, will change people's lives forever. And we figured out a system to get you where you need to go as fast as you can go. And that is what this, take control of your health summit is all about. So that's the exciting news. We're going to have more news next week on the podcast. We're going to go a little bit deeper into those 5 pillars. We're going to talk a little bit more about hydration and how important it is and how to get good water and access to good water and how much you need to be drinking and what are some of the things you should be eliminating that you're drinking and to help. And then we're going to be talking a little bit more about sleep and really bringing on some experts and some tools and some things to make sure that you're getting that REM sleep that you need. So we'll be going down deeper on some of these pillars in the next couple weeks. And then the show's on, and then it happens, January 14th and Friday. So make sure you head over to the website, check it out, and we're just so excited to have as many people that we can fit in this particular show. And I can already see the people's reactions and sending us all the love from being able to implement, even if you just implement 1 or 2 of these things like we talked about, just 1% better than yesterday. And you just have a better understanding of how important food really is in your diet. In fact, another person that I'll tell you now, Dr. William Courtney is going to be there. He's going to be there on Saturday. And trust me, getting him on a live feed is like an act of God. but we're going to do our best to pull it off. And he's scheduled to be on Saturday as well. He is going to go way down the rabbit hole as far as this is the mind blowing stuff that changed my family's life, my son's life, when we started looking at cannabis, hemp, whatever you want to call it, as a dietary essential. He's going to come on and really get into the nitty gritty and have just this earth shattering breakthrough news that everyone around the world should know. For those of you that don't know, that before 1937, we actually fed hemp to livestock. And we were getting cannabinoids through livestock, whether it was milk and dairy and eggs or meat. And in one egg of a chicken that was eating hemp pellets could have 120 cannabinoids, 120 milligrams of CBD in it. And so when they stopped Americans from being able to grow hemp in 1937, it took hemp out of our diet. And unfortunately, it's had huge ramifications along with everything else that's gone in this much more toxic world that we've lived in. And now we are reintroducing hemp, whether it's a sublingual oil or whether it's a topical, just like you rub on aloe vera for a sunburn. We're going to start, helping people realize that the best anti-inflammatory on the planet is actually that same hemp plant that we were always thought of for paper and rope and textiles. But in fact, it's the best anti-inflammatory on the planet. And with that is why we're putting on this event, to teach people more and more and more about what we already know. I mean, this is new stuff. Look, they're not teaching this stuff to doctors, unfortunately. After maybe 5 years from now, I know some colleges and universities accredited are teaching this and are actually teaching doctors. So we are making some progress. But this information needs to be out there. We've seen so many incredible stories. Dr. William Courtney is going to come on again on this podcast on the Miracle Plant and take individual questions from people with specific ailments. So that's going to be exciting. And it's autoimmune, right? I mean, that's the one that's really got people scratching their heads. Fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, neuropathy. And he's welcomed to having people come on stage, even here on Clubhouse, and ask their questions and get his professional opinion, his consultation on how cannabinoids and whole plant raw cannabis can help. And he'll scientifically break it down for you. If you want to hear some of his great brilliance before, you can go back to a previous podcast where he talks about cannabis and the coronavirus and cannabis and cancer. So he's going to be on there as well. Again, you will not be hearing this anywhere else. I promise you that. We want to make sure that this information gets out there, and there's only one way to get it. That's either move out to Ventura, California, and fill out an application and work with our company, or sign up when you go over to takecontrolofyourhealth.org, which is TCOYH.org. We will get you signed up, and we can't wait to have you there. So that's all I got for today. I can't let any more morsels out. My gosh, I got to save something for the next couple of weeks. But any final comments, Dan, before we head out of here?
No, I think you covered everything. And like you mentioned, we've done a couple podcasts, give a little teaser podcast the last couple of weeks. We touched on the first two pillars. We're going to touch on the next few in the weeks leading up to the big event. So everyone will have an opportunity to kind of get a taste, or we can look back to the old episodes to get a taste of what they have in store, what Justin has in store for you. It's going to be exciting. I'm just looking forward to it.
Well, me too. And like I learned stuff. I know I'm going to learn a bunch of cool stuff on this myself personally. And if you've listened to some of the recent podcasts or any of our podcasts, I promise you're hearing things and insights here that you aren't hearing anywhere else. We've gone to the world, to the ends of the world, to bring in the absolute experts in these topics. And we want people to understand the power of taking control of your own health, because we can't leave that in someone else's hands anymore. We don't have the family doctor coming over with his nice little leather bag and he knows the name of the family dog and can really get in there and understand what's going on. We live in a commercialized healthcare system. And now we need to really understand and kind of go back to our roots. Go back to those 1930s, growing your own, garden in the backyard, living off the land. We need to get back to those simpler times and really clean up our diets and make sure we're drinking clean water. I mean, it isn't rocket science, but we need to make sure that we're kind of reminding ourselves about these kinds of things. And I just can't wait to share this wonderful information with everybody. You're going to hear things, like I said, you won't hear anywhere else. I guarantee you that. And I'm looking forward to see a whole bunch of people signed up before we cap out. And at the end of every one of our Miracle Plant podcasts, we always say heal the world, because that's our mission. What this Miracle Plant has done for my family, for my son, and thousands of other families that I've witnessed firsthand. We just want to pay it forward and keep educating people, giving them access to these products, these videos, even the seeds to grow in their backyard. And until that day has happened where the tipping point is there, we're just going to keep on talking and keep on putting in events and keep on showing up on Clubhouse and keep on going to events like NOCO and just keep doing the thing until everyone knows that, just like a sunburn with aloe vera, it's pain and homeostasis. Hey, it's cannabis. So on the count of 3, let's say heal the world, because that's what we're doing here. 1, 2, 3. Heal the world! Thanks, everybody, for coming by to the Miracle Plant Podcast. We'll be back next week with some more fun insights about this takecontrolofyourhealth.org summit that's coming up. Be sure to sign up, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Take care.